Hi, my name is Lorana Barr. I am a special education teacher and I am seeking my high school reading endorsement. I would like to welcome all of you tonight and I thank you for coming. I am here to present you with information about the literacy program at your local high school. I gain knowledge of the high school reading program by interviewing the high school literacy coach. The first areas that we discussed were literacy training and the application at the secondary level. Next, I focused on the areas of the curriculum vision and the expected curriculum outcomes. As far as the curriculum vision, everything the school district does is driven by the Common Core. The curriculum outcome is to get the highest percentage of students they can to meet the standards that are outlined in the Common Core. If you wanted to think of literature as a starting point for literacy, you would be on target with that. It can be a tool to use as part of literature, in which would include writing, speaking, and reading. Literacy in informational text, just like literature, is a starting point for literacy. It also includes speaking, writing, and reading. Informational text can be used for entertainment as well as to gain knowledge. Informational text is not used as often as entertaining text due to the lack of people being able to connect to it. Literacy foundational skills at the high school level would look a little different than if you think about the elementary age groups. Some of the examples that students might need at the high school level for foundational skills would be included drawing out the main ideas, being able to figure out cause and effect relationships, making inferences, and knowing the vocabulary words. They need to be able to know those vocabulary words in order to dive into the informational text to be able to make sense of it. In order to develop a range of texts, it's definitely important for students to be exposed more to the various curriculum areas. We need to be able to meet the students where they're at so we know how to go about moving forward. They're not going to gain any new information if we can't meet them where they're at and start building on that foundation. They need to be exposed to more writing, and the three various kinds of writing include argumentative, narrative, and expository. And not only should this be happening in a language arts class, but this should be happening across all content areas. Literacy and speaking and listening skills have decreased over time. And this is partly due to the technology advances that are out there. Students are not required as much to be able to speak up in front of a class or in a one-on-one situation. Another area of concern is literacy and language skills. As educators, we need to make sure that we're, once again, knowing our students and figuring out any additional services that possibly some students may need. For example, if a student needs some ELL services, they might not speak English as their first language, so it interferes with the learning process or creates barriers. It would be my opinion when I say that your local high school is striving to improve their literacy program. You might be sitting here tonight asking yourself, what is it that I can do as a parent to help my child be successful in literacy? Well, here's a few things that you can do, possibly. Encourage your children to read on a daily basis. Not only that, you should read on a daily basis as a role model for them. When children see their parents reading, they're more apt to pick up a book and read as well. Or maybe not a book, maybe a newspaper, a magazine, any type of reading material. Also, take the time to talk to your children. That concludes my presentation for this evening. Please let me know if you have any questions. And once again, I thank you for sharing your time with me tonight.